Did ancient Egyptians celebrate New Year? In the intrigue of antiquity, the ancient Egyptians had a unique way of celebrating the New Year, an event intricately tied to the life-giving Nile. Rather than a simple date on the calendar, their New Year's Day, known as Wepet Renpet or the opening of the year, was profound, tied deeply to both natural cycles and the divine. The arrival of the inundation of the Nile marked the beginning of a new agricultural year around mid-July. As the Nile flooded, it rejuvenated the land, depositing rich silt that promised lush and bountiful harvests. The ancient Egyptians understood that this renewal of life was due to the god's favor, particularly the goddess Sopdet. Sopdet was associated with Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. The annual reappearance of Sirius just before sunrise in the eastern horizon signaled the new year. It was a moment of anticipation and festivity, filled with both religious and social celebrations. Characterized by elaborate feasts, ceremonies, and temple offerings, these celebrations honored the triad of Theban gods, Ammonius, Mut, and Khonsu. Dramatic processions would permeate the air with chanting and music as people paraded through the streets, carrying effigies of deities. In a special ceremony, priests emerged from the temples adorned in exquisite attire, performing rites that reinforced the divine support that ensured the Nile's inundation. The people, dressed in their finest linens and adorned with jewelry, would gather at these processions. It was a time for communities to come together, observe rituals, sing hymns, and share banquets laden with bread, beer, and meats. Families exchanged gifts, engaged in games, and like today's celebrations, there was a spirit of joy, renewal, and hope for prosperity in the coming year. Comparing this to present-day New Year celebrations, we observe both continuities and divergences. Modern celebrations are often marked by grand displays of fireworks, countdowns, and parties that transcend religious boundaries and focus more on social and commercial expression. Just as the Egyptians awaited the Nile's blessing, today's societies anticipate personal renewal and make resolutions for improvement. While ancient Egyptians celebrated within the context of divine blessing and natural cycles, today's New Year's festivities are more global and less tied to a singular natural event. The synchrony involves digital messaging and visually synchronized displays that envelop the globe in a shared moment of reflection and joy. However, the underlying human essence of reflecting on past achievements and hoping for future prosperity unites the ancient and contemporary moments in time. This narrative allows us to not only appreciate the distinctiveness of ancient traditions, but also see the threads of continuity in human celebration regardless of time or culture. Whether through offerings to deities of old or the communal gatherings under a modern glittering sky, humanity continues to seek connection, renewal, and the blessing of time, once again healing and beginning anew.